What's up? It's your girl Brianca Jay, and I want to thank you for coming to my little corner of the internet where we talk all things books and book activities. Today, I'm going to give you a very mini review of Richard Wright's Native Son. I'm going to tell you right now, it is a scathing critique, but don't you worry. We're going to get there. Before we do that, though, I want to invite you to check out my description box. I have a ton of cool content, including the 2 or 3 books I've written. 3 books now. Oh, my God. I have 2 children's books and 1 business book about making money online. So check that out in my description box. In addition to that, I also have my own web design agency. So if you need a website for your small business, I am your girl. You can check me out on Google. I have a ton of reviews there, as well as on my agency page where you can see my portfolio. I would love to have you as a client. It will be so much fun to help you grow. My nephew telling me to remind you guys to subscribe to my channel and his channel, Levi's World, that is also here on YouTube. I'll tag it up here. Now let's get started.
Okay, all right.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Brianca Jay, and I'm back with another video. In fact, I'm back with a whole grievance because, baby, I've been reading Native Son, and I thought I was going to have to go to the asylum because I have never been this fucking sad before in my life. Is this not the most depressing caricature of black men ever depicted in literature? Possibly. Why do the black men in this book have animal-like characteristics? I'm not a black man, but I've loved black men all my life, and none of them have ever acted so animal-like to where what he is describing in this book is nothing that I recognize in my culture or my society. And I need to put that on the table. I don't give a damn if it is a classic. This is not who we are. This is not what black men are. This is not what we represent. This is garbage. And you can fight me. You can fight me. Now, am I at the first 40 pages? Yes. Have I read this book before and felt the same way? Yes. But, baby, I can't do this. I cannot do this. I'm going to tell you why. I was reading the book at night, as I typically do, like, my lay down type of situation. I woke up the next day, and my chest was so heavy. Like, I was heavy. I never felt so sad before, like, the moment I woke up. I did my prayers, I did my meditation, I did my yoga, and I was still sad as shit. I ended up going to see my friends, talking to my homies, and everybody was like, you think it's the book you're reading? Like, you're never like this. I'm not a sad person, y'all. Like, I might be a busy person, a tired person, even an angry person. But very rarely am I a sad person. So anytime I'm sad, like, take alert because something's not right. And that's not the emotion that I'm typically used to dealing with. So when this happened, I was alarmed because I was like, what is bothering me? And I have to say, I think it's the book. Now, I'm probably going to try to finish the first part of the book anyway, just to be sure, because I really want to give y'all like a really decent review so you can go to your classes and be smart and pass your essays and your tests and stuff. But can we just talk about how depressing this book is for the first moment for a minute? Like, I just want to point out some shit that I just thought was full on psychopathic. Okay, so on page 30, him and Jack him and Jack and GH and Gus all are planning a robbery for Mr. Bloom. But they're afraid because Mr. Bloom is a white man and they've never robbed a white man before. I got a problem with that shit, all right? But then on page 30, while they're waiting to rob the white man, Jack and Bigger go over to the movies and masturbate? What? Literally sit in the movie theater next to another grown-ass black, well, they're not grown, but you get it, next to another man and just start beating their meat in the movie theater? And come on the movie theater floors? I don't know anybody that does that. I don't know anybody that does that. That is animal-like qualities. That is disgusting, Richard Wright. I am disgusted that you would even create the type of ideology that white people could sink their teeth into and think that we really be doing weirdo shit like this. We don't do weirdo shit like this. And I asked a couple black men after I read it, and none of them thought that we did that. Then we have his mother. Why is his mother so cruel? I've never met a black child, black boy, with such a cruel mother who literally is telling him that he's going to be nothing every chance he gets. That is weird. That's not, black moms are tough. Black moms are people, humans, but I don't think that they've ever just looked at their son and thought to sell him things that would diminish his pride or character. That's not, or even utilize him to be an example for the other children. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. And then Bigger is so afraid to go rob the guy. So instead of actually robbing him, he takes a knife to his friend Gus and tells him to lick the knife and humiliates him and beats him to a pulp as this boy begs him to stop. That is animal-like depictions of people, and it is so alarming and disengaging. I can totally think about why anybody reading this book would feel disenfranchised, as if they have no opportunities in this world, as if they're not bigger than the things that, because if shit like this becoming your mainstream media, well, then we have a very little hope. And to think about this man pandering this book to white people in order to get them to change their mind and actions around black people, I could vomit. I could absolutely vomit. And then let's keep going, because this shit is problematic. This shit right here is problematic. One of the worst pieces of literature to ever hit the black community type of problematic. Okay? Because if you didn't know, if it's a black man out here that didn't know, now I want you to hear from me personally, Brianca Jay. I love you. This is not who you are. This is who you will never be. This is not your reality. Now, what I did appreciate was that Bigger had dreams. Bigger wanted to be a pilot. He wanted to fly planes. He wanted to have more opportunities in society, and he wanted to be bigger than what he could see around him. And yes, maybe he was being crippled by his environment, and I can see that. But some of these depictions were so outright disgusting and demoralizing, I cannot even get to the point and thematic messages of the book, because he is trying to depict us so outside of our human nature that it is embarrassing. Simply embarrassing. It literally had me heavily disordered for 24 hours with me not figuring out, why am I so sad? We have to protect our children from this type of media and this type of literature. And if they're pushing this in the schools, I really hope it's coming with a very big conversation around who we are as black people, what we represent, how rich our traditions are, and what we stand away from. Because the fact that a black man wrote this makes me so goddamn angry. Because why position yourself to leave the bottoms of society, to pander with the higher classes, only to try to teach the other people that this is what we represent? You climbed your ass from the bottoms of black society to go join the white people to tell them that if you let other black people in, they will get people like Bigger Thomas, who has no control over himself, who doesn't have the consciousness to think that I'm scared. He'd rather beat up his friend. Is that what we represent? No. Is that what we're doing? No. Thank you, Levi. My nephew's here, y'all. No. This is disgusting. I don't know a black man who does this. I wouldn't raise a black man who does this, and I wouldn't associate with a black man who acts like this. I'm pissed. I am disturbed. This is not literature. Okay, guys? I don't like it. You're right. This is not literature. This is not who we are. And it's really embarrassing to think about how many people have read this book and what they may have taken away from it. Because in the first 45 pages, I felt sick to my stomach. This isn't my first time reading this book, but I want to read it. I wanted to go at it with a new outlook and a new perspective. So I wanted to come at it with fresh eyes. It's been years, and I want to throw up. I am disturbed. it's so interesting to me because I did undergrad and grad school at HBCU, and this particular book was brought up but never brought into a lot of conversation, and I can see why. Because even my white professors knew that this shit was such a damaging aspect of black community that they thought that it would be unwise to bring this to the forefront of our curriculum. And I thank them for that because I just cannot understand. And then the part where we have him idolizing the idea of working for this rich white man in order to get close to his white daughter, as if black men have no other interest in the world than to get near a rich white girl. Is that what you think black men are trying to do in life? I know a couple, and none of them have ever told me that their main goal in life was to get close to a white woman. Now, maybe it's because I'm a black woman, but no. Even the ones who are so whitewashed and so out of touch with reality have never said, I want to be close to a rich white girl, even if I just have to chauffeur her car. It's absurd, y'all. It's absurd. So if you're not reading this book, I am not telling you to go get it. I am not recommending it. If you are reading this book and you happen to want me to keep going these videos, just know that they are really hard for me. So the least you could do is hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. Because I feel like I earned it. 24 hours of depression. I really feel like I earned a subscription. Okay? That's all I have to say. I'm gonna get through book 1. I really hope to. I honestly, my friends were telling me, like, just go on YouTube and tell them you can't finish it. And I really thought about it, guys. But what I'm going to try to do is to get completely through book 1. If I'm still feeling this level of depression, I'm just going to have to give up. I'm sorry. But I'll let you guys know. In the meantime, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out the description box below. Tell me your thoughts about this fucking book. If you're reading it, if you started reading it and quit, let me know. Or better yet, tell me what book that you absolutely just cannot finish because you hate it. Because it's wretched material. I want to hear you sound off in my comment box. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And check out my description box. I got a ton of stuff down there. Very important things. Very good things. And I hope that you come back for this channel some more. And I'll see you next time.